Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. It is nice to see you here, Shauna, Lauren, Amanda. It is wonderful to see you. Good morning, Easy. I see that you are here as well, and it is wonderful to see all my friends here and to know that we are going to do some really wonderful affirmational work today. I'm going to pull a card off the top of my I am deck. And as I do, I am going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. What I'd like for you to do is to say out loud, I am that affirmation. As we affirm these things, they become more true in our lives. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were saying that sometimes they have trouble saying these words out loud. They just don't believe it about themselves all the time. When these positive affirmations come up, that instead of feeling like they can say them, all of the thoughts come in about all the times that they weren't that. And to that I say, it's fine if those thoughts come up. It's fine if we sometimes have an idea that maybe we're not the affirmation on the card. I'm not asking you to believe these words. I'm asking you to say them. And as we say them, our belief grows. So as we go through the cards today, this is going to increase our belief in what can be, and that ultimately that's going to steer the course of our lives. We're not looking at making a 180-degree turn in our lives. We're looking at nudging our own mental processes just a little bit. Just kind of creating a positive habit of really understanding how these cards manifest in our lives. So let's have some fun today. Let's pull a card and say that today I am charitable. I am charitable. I share from an abundance of heart. So I am charitable. I share from an abundance of heart. Are you charitable? You are charitable. You share from an abundance of heart. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write that down in the comments. And as I write down that I am charitable and say it a third, fourth, fifth time, and affirm that I share from an abundance of heart, and I see that you guys also are working on being charitable yourselves, I'm going to find new and exciting ways to be charitable in my world. I'm going to go through life with this baseline of believing that I am charitable and looking at ways that I can be more charitable toward other people. So I am charitable today. You're charitable too. And we all share from an abundance of heart. And when I look at the folks who are gathered here today, I know that it's true. I know that I've shared with each and every one of you, and that we have all shared altruistically with each other. And so that's another good word that you put out there, Easy, altruistic. And so, as we go through life today, let's consider how we can share with others, what we can share with others, and what we need to keep for ourselves. I looked for a while to find an image for this card. I wanted to give the impression that when we are charitable, that we're charitable with our overflow. How can we be charitable with the things that we need to live? It's very, very difficult to do that. But when we're charitable with the things that we have excess of, then and only then are we able to really multiply that charity. And multiply it does. If you look at the imagery on the card, this fountain starts off small at the top, and then it gets very large at the bottom. And as it does, a small act of charity become larger and larger and larger until eventually we have a huge fountain of altruistic works. So let's go do that today. Let's share from an abundance of who we are. And charity doesn't always involve money. Charity can involve giving somebody the time of day or paying attention to somebody. Charity can involve sharing our expertise and or giving of ourselves, of our experience. People think that charity is all about money, but if there's one thing that I learned from being involved with numerous different nonprofits, it's that just giving somebody money never really solves their underlying problem. What people typically need is some expertise. What they typically need is a sympathetic ear. So most people can solve their own issues. They just need a little bit of a push in the right direction. And perhaps this show is something that can do that for folks. Perhaps this show is something that gives people a little bit of a push in the right direction as I share from the abundance of my heart, as I share from my abundance of faith that you can do it and that you're fully capable. When as I share in my abundance of faith that you are on the right path and that you're making good choices. And perhaps as we affirm these things, we can all make slightly better choices together. So I'm charitable today. You are charitable too. And I want to say thank you to all of you for coming by. We have this, I have these digital images of these cards and they're really nice, but I also have physical versions of them. And if you are interested in a physical version of these cards to put in your world, you can just send me a private message and I'll be happy to get you hooked up with one of those. Anyways, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. We will be back for the wake-up call. I'll pull yet another card. We will affirm yet another wonderful thing about ourselves. But I do want to say thank you so much to Shauna and Lauren and Amanda and Easy and Brenda Jean and Amanda and Frank and Jen and Tonic and Jeffrey. It is great to see you guys here. And thank you for helping me to create a positive space on the internet today. You guys are awesome. And if you are watching this and you're watching it not live, what I'd love for you to do is just drop a comment anyways, because I'd love to see where you're coming in from. I'd love to see, just how did you get to know me? People tell me fairly regularly that their friends or friends of friends listen to this. And so thank you if you're one of the people who shares this. Just know that your efforts are going a long way. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you later. Aloha from paradise.